Hello, friends. I'd like to introduce you to Jim Martyka. Jim Martyka is a very successful ghostwriter. He has brought no less than 70 books from concept to print, and that's a pretty good job. He's also an actor, director, and he writes himself. He's done, in the 2 years that I've known him, like some 10 different projects, show busy type, as well as shepherding many books to print. And I hired Jim to work on my book, Understanding the Symbols of Hieronymus Bosch, or something like that. And so, but what happened was uh, I did something so offensive to Jim that he is no longer speaking to me. And so, to make it up to him, I wanted to do this little video. So if you have hopes and dreams of having your idea turned into a book and getting published, then call Jim. Jim is your man. I think out of those 70 books, I'm the only failure in the bunch. And it's because I did something terrible to Jim. I did something so terrible to Jim that he's not even speaking to me. So I've been ghosted by my ghostwriter. So if you have hopes and dreams of writing a book, Jim is the guy you want to call to consult with. Jim offers several services: writing, co-editing, copy editing, seeking an agent, publishing, and marketing strategies. And well, I'll just tell you my experience real quick. Uh, the writing he did for me was a query letter to a possible agent or publisher, and I didn't think it was all that great. But he's done 70 books successfully, so it was great enough. Co-editing, we never did any co-editing together. Copy editing, he never edited a single thing that I wrote. Seeking an agent, I don't think I would pay him extra for that service, because he just told me to go look for an agent. And if I was looking for a publisher, he would probably have just told me, go look for a publisher. And marketing strategies, I really can't hold this against him too much, because my book, Understanding the Symbols of Hieronymus Bosch, is like the world's most complicated book. It's a how-to on reading symbols. It's about religion. It's about history. It's about the life of the artist. And it's about painting and composition and stuff. So it's all those things. Like I say, it's the most complicated book ever written. Uh, and I don't know. It seemed to baffle him what to do with it. That's all I'm saying. Not his fault, though. World's most baffling book. After I was introduced to Jim, I only met with him like a couple of times to explain my book, to which he said it was the best commercial idea for a book he had ever heard. And I'm sure he doesn't say that to everyone. I'm sure he meant it. There's no reason to doubt his sincerity. And after that, I saw him at a dinner at a friend's house, and I talked to him on the phone once in those 2 years that passed. And there was a whole lot of emails. I won't put them out, but they're funny because they all start with, I'm sorry for not getting back to you sooner, and conclude with, we'll get together in a week or so. And that went on for like 2 years. But I'm sure he meant it, and he's very busy, and he was doing a lot of other people's books while he was waiting for me to stop writing and rewriting, or whatever he was waiting for. Yeah, and so he did all those uh, movie and television projects. And so, but anyway, I barely spoke to the guy, but he was really pleasant every time I met him. I'm not kidding. Charming man. But somewhere along the line, I offended him and he quit me. And so, uh, and that was very painful. So I don't want you to have that painful experience. So I'm going to give you a few tips on how to work with Jim. Number one is don't say anything bad about the musical group The Beatles. He takes it very personally. I think I might have said something bad about the Beatles. And also, if he writes something, it's good enough. Don't even give it a second thought. He's done those 70 books. He knows how to write. Just take whatever he gives you. Number two is if you make videos, don't expect Jim to watch them, and certainly don't expect him to comment on them, because that's what he does for money. That's an additional fee. And that's like 85 bucks an hour. I mean, I don't know. I didn't really need him to watch my videos, I guess. And the third thing is don't pay him all the money in advance. I think that causes him to lose interest in the project. And tip number 4 is to get everything in writing in advance. It's difficult for all parties to keep track of their duties, obligations, and deadlines. So, especially with Jim, get everything in writing in advance. So if you have literary hopes and dreams, Jim Martyka is the person you want to call. I think he prefers phone calls. And Jim, I'm sorry for whatever I did to you, and I hope that this video goes some ways to make amends. And to all of you, thanks for watching. Beatles forever.